whole joy community together to just ignite the spirit of Christmas. And we just hope that everybody has a joyous Christmas.
Your superstation Joy 99.7 FM presents the Joy 9 Lessons and Carols tonight with a special lineup tailored just for you. We have details coming up shortly. And of course, this is your election headquarters. My name is Ernest Min. Election headquarters coverage is brought to you in association with Petrosol, clean full quantity, Cowboy Coffee, taste it, love it. McDan Shipping and Logistics Limited, your total logistics partner. Part Ever Limited, your home of modern furniture. DDP Outdoor Limited, 7 great brands. Festival adding flavors to your life. Utria Lottery, star 78 star hash, Ghana's premier and biggest jackpot lottery, and Hyper Plus mixture for your general well-being. And we begin from Techiman. Imagine eyewitness accounts and videos recorded reveal that ammunitions were fired into the crowd in the Techiman South shooting, which killed 2 people. Now, videos available to join you show some military and police personnel firing directly into the crowd in the December 8th incident. Now, some eyewitnesses give horrifying accounts of how the joy of observing the collation of electoral results turned into a mass shooting. Love FM's Erastus Asaridonko spent days in Techiman speaking to eyewitnesses and collecting videos of the incident and has filed this report.
Most parts of the Techiman South constituency were calm and peaceful on voting day. After polling station results had been declared, all roads led to this place, where the collation of results took place under the strict eye of the public.
This is the Bono Champion Hall in the Techiman South constituency. This is where collation of electoral results happen.
Throughout the night, supporters of both NDC and NPP kept vigil, observing collation of results. But the collation night will soon turn chaotic. Security agents fired warning shots to maintain calm as supporters of both parties fought and destroyed ballot boxes containing results from some polling stations. Alaji is an election observer.
Late hour, somewhere around 11:30 going to 12, there was an allegation that some boxes were coming. And some team youth were here protesting that those boxes shouldn't go into the collation center. So all of a sudden, there was a struggle. Others were like the boxes would come in, others were like the boxes would not come
between
in.
the NPP and NDC.
Between the NPP and the
supporters
NDC.
who are outside.
Supporters who were outside. So there was a struggle, there was a fight, and there was even a gunshot that night.
Fired by who?
By the police, just to scare the supporters. So at the end, they fought and broke those boxes.
The ballot boxes?
Those ballot boxes. The papers were flying away everywhere.
December 8, 2020, a day after voting, was pregnant with expectations. Supporters of the NDC and NPP gathered outside the collation center in anticipation of who won.
The NDC supporters, their team inside the collation center was saying that they were not satisfied with those boxes or the results in those boxes. So it was like an argument back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until later in the evening when those results were added. NPP had 49,682, the parliamentary candidate, and the NDC parliamentary candidate had 49,205. And so immediately they shoot it out, the jubilation started. So the teaming youth of the NDC who were also standing here were angry. How comes? Because they know that they were trying to force in to the hall.
So they were here?
They were on the left here.
They were standing here?
Yes.
In their numbers?
In their numbers.
And they wanted to force their way into this hall?
Into the hall. And the NPP supporters too were also on the right. But the military and the police, they were in the middle, trying to protect the crowd not to move in.
Some accounts say party supporters started pelting stones at the security personnel. Others also say the supporters were forcing their way into the collation hall. But what happened next will remain a black day in the political history of Techiman South. This video shows protest from the crowd. Then the shooting starts. A journalist who witnessed the shooting from the front of the collation center gave this narration.
The police started the warning shots, then the military also complied. So some of the guns were pointed upwards and some too were, through the crowd. I saw one guy lying down here. Blood was oozing from the nose and the eyes. At that time, he was breathing very slowly. So in about our time that we understood, there were many, supporters being victimized through gunshots.
A closer and critical look at this video, which marked the beginning of the firing of warning shots, showed the crowd retreating. Whilst many of the personnel are seen firing into the air, this officer in seeming police-colored uniform is seen aiming at the crowd. Another amateur video captures the fleeting moment when shots were fired into the crowd and the moment when some supporters were seen lying motionless on the ground. We tried to slow the video to pay attention to detail. Here, it reveals many of the security personnel firing their guns into the air. But this military officer fires directly into the crowd. The originator of the video is heard saying some are dead and then laughs as the video ends. At this point, the crowd is stunned. Some are seen carrying the injured to safety. This woman seen here in the video helping lift a fallen supporter describes that moment.
Ye kasi ye boni patu mintimi njina menaso mintimi nya me ho hwe ntitama me kwa paja no odi to no yes ana me sa koto me paja na me rente me be so no se mami mayenjo mayenso no mo mo paja na wawu.
18-year-old Abdullah Ayarik, an apprentice in the street lighting business, and Muhammad Tajuddin, 41, a father of 4, were killed. 9 others sustained various degrees of injuries. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
And that's a comprehensive report by my colleague Erastus Asaredonko from the Techiman South constituency. Now, the Police Criminal Investigations Department says it is still conducting investigations to unravel persons behind the shooting incident at the Techiman South Collation Center. Listen to the Director General of CID, COP Isaac Kenyeboa, when he addressed the news conference last week.
Supporters of the NDC who had gathered outside the hall became angry and started attacking the center with stones and other offensive weapons. They broke the cordoned zone and forced their way into the collation center. And that was when the shot was fired from the crowd, and the police personnel detailed to safeguard the center also gave warning shots. And then after the rioters had left the place, 8 male adults were injured. I must say that the police are still investigating to find out who actually committed the offense.
And this is still your election headquarters here on the Midday News on Joy 99.7 FM. And General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, has criticized the National Peace Council, claiming their silence during the Ayawaso West Wogon by-election violence has contributed to violence witnessed recently at the Techiman South constituency. Several groups, including the Peace Council, have been pressed upon the NDC to head to court for redress, but the NDC is insisting it needs to exercise all platforms that are available to them. Now, Mr. Asiedu Nketia says the calls are well intended but misdirected. He spoke on the probe with MFR Pau.
If anybody means well, is looking for peace in this country, why are you calling on the person who is being beaten and he's crying? Then you say that his crying is disturbing the environment, and you are not worried about the person who is beating him. Don't you know that the Peace Council is part of this problem? How are they are part of the problem. When the things were starting, Electoral Commission was doing the wrong things. Government was, governing party was attacking people in Ayawaso, West Wogon, and so on, and Peace Council came in. They condoned that, look, let's find peace, appeasement. When they allowed sleeping dogs to lie in Ayawaso, West Wogon.
Seek peace.
That is, seeking peace means seeking durable peace. Justice precedes peace. If you want any other artificial peace without justice, you are postponing the problem.
But Chairman of the Peace Council, Reverend Dr. Edu Jemfi, maintains the street protests are not the way to go. Speaking on the AM show with Benjamin Akatbo, Reverend Edu Jemfi, however, endorsed calls for a forensic audit of the results.
In terms of the popular court, yes, you may win the hearts of people, but that does not solve the problem at the end of the day. I believe that if we go to court and the court instructs that let's get one of these accounting organizations around to sit down and interrogate those figures, they come out with the reality of those figures. This is what it is, that is what it is. The decision is made and we move on. At least the Techiman South case, MPP took it to court, the court threw it away, and NDC has won. So if we've been able to try it in one case, why can't we do it in the other? And I believe that going down to that level where we can sit down and critically interrogate those things, do the calculations properly, we should be able to find.
He also revealed that the council members have been reaching out to the NPP to persuade them in order not to engage in reprisals following the attacks by the opposition NDC supporters. He spoke on the AM show with my colleague Benjamin Akatbo. Now, in a related development, the Ashanti Regional Criminal Investigations Department of the Police Service says it has begun investigations into an attack on the Menchia Divisional Police Headquarters yesterday by some NDC supporters. The supporters who were protesting results of the general elections stormed the headquarters, threw stones at the policemen, demanding the release of a member they claim was arrested. Some armed police officers who were injured in the unprovoked attack have been treated and discharged, and 2 private vehicles also damaged. ACP Kwekubua, speaking to Love FM's Nanaya Ojima, says investigations will uncover all wrongdoing of the protesters.
If anybody means well, it's looking for...
Missed him by millimeters. That was a very big rock. I won't call that a stone. A rock missed my crime officer by millimeters. If it had hit him, we would have had a very serious case on our hands. Yes.
How did your men respond to this?
You were here, so you saw it. We were as calm as we have to be. You know, there's this saying that a dog is strong and as courageous as its home. But for these guys to come to a divisional police command to do what they did, and we being calm, very calm, to allow cool heads to prevail under the instructions of the regional police commander through his deputy who was here with us. We were very calm. And I believe that is what saved all of us.
And you have the ACP Kwekubua. Let's go live to Kumasi now. My colleague Nanaya Ojima joins us on the line. Nanaya, has there been any arrest in connection with this violence?
For what happened at the police station, the police is yet to arrest anybody. According to ACP Bua, they are yet to get leads to people they believe acted in that manner. So police is still investigating, and they say soon very soon they'll be able to make some arrests in connection with this matter.
They have been raising concerns about prior notice before any demonstration. What exactly has ACP been telling you?
So according to ACP Bua, even though the NDC has undertaken 2 different demonstrations in the region, in none of them, the NDC didn't notify the police, which is against the code, the criminal code. So they want the NDC to do so whenever they believe it will be relevant for them to go on a demonstration. So what
the Public Order Act, you have to inform the police in writing at least 5 clear days before the event. To the best of my knowledge, they didn't do that. And the worst of it is to attack the police and the guys that one of their own had been arrested. Even when I was shouting at them that nobody had been arrested, they would not budge. And they were throwing stones all over. Not only stones, anything they could lay hands on. You see, some market women are here. Their tables were broken and any part of the table was thrown at us.
The vehicle was destroyed.
One vehicle was hit. So we have to ask everybody here to move the cars from here. Look, it is not fair for people to vent their anger on the police. No.
So have you been able to give an estimation of the damage they did to the vehicles?
The vehicles have been taken to the shops. As at now, we don't know how much money they would know it will cost to fix it.
Have you been able to get into contact with any of the leadership of the party?
Not yet. As at now, no. But I have to contact my regional command to know if they have. I have not. So from here, I was on my way to my boss's office when you came in. As at now, I'm yet to get in touch with my boss. I'm going there now to brief him and to think ahead.
This is the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. Stories brought to you so far as Police CID begin investigations into election day violence at the Techiman South constituency. We brought to you an investigative report unveiling what led to the violence that resulted in the death of 2 persons there. We're taking a break. When we return, we'll take you to Parliament, where the MP for Elembele, Emmanuel Amakofibua, is pushing for the EC boss Jean Mensah to be summoned before the House. And later on the bulletin, we'll ask, what's Christmas without joy?
It's an occasion to bring a whole Joy community together to just ignite the spirit of Christmas, and we just hope that everybody has a joyous Christmas.
Your superstation Joy 99.7 FM presents the Joy 9 Lessons and Carols tonight with a special lineup tailored just for you. You have details after the break.
Charlie, this brought your dear. We're going to make every moment special. Whether it's
I see you, Kipo.
There's more than enough drama series to bond over. There is something to keep you.
What are we doing today, man?
Endlessly entertained. You won't miss the action between.
Nobody will be better. Ronaldo or Messi.
You know, go fit rescue you from Auntie's questions. So
You said when you marry now.
That will give you ideas. Choose DSTV this holiday season and make it your moment for only 45 Ghana cedis per month. DSTV, it's your moment.
It's now time for the latest in the world of sports, and Baba Tando has details.
Jerome Autry, editor of Kotoko Express, believes the sacking of coach Maxwell Kunedu from the club is a culmination of structural deficiencies in the Kotoko setup and not entirely a managerial issue, and that Maxwell Kunedu should have been handed one more chance in the Kotoko dugout. The coach was sacked by Kotoko after the Porcupines fell to a defeat in the hands of Accra Great Olympics in a season that had seen them win only 1 of 4 games till last weekend. Jerome Autry was speaking on the Joy Sports Link last Saturday.
I'm not begrudging those who think that it's okay to sack Maxwell Kunedu because of the results he's recorded. Where my problem lies is with why we are not looking at what I call a systemic problem of not managing the playing body well. Because of that consistent attitude of not being able to maintain a team over one season, we cannot have our team playing cohesively. We probably could have waited a little and allow Maxwell to travel somehow into the season. And then, if the results continue like that, you really look at what it is. But 4 games with the problems I have cited, where in a setup you have 7 to 8 new players in a team of 11 players, you cannot have the kind of performance you expect.
Log on to myjoyonline.com/sports for more updates. You are up to date in the world of sports. I'm Baba Tando from London.
Thank you very much, Baba, for the latest in the world of sports. Now, the Ghana Health Service has revealed it will take delivery of COVID-19 vaccines by the first quarter of 2021. Yesterday, President Akufo-Addo sent the strongest indication about the country's stance regarding the newly developed vaccine for the novel coronavirus. In his 20th address to the nation on measures taken to fight the spread of COVID-19 in Ghana, President Akufo-Addo said getting a vaccine into Ghana will serve as a boost in the country's fight against the pandemic.
Ghana, I assure you, is not going to be left behind in having access to the vaccines. I'm aware of the anxieties relating to the safety and efficacy of newly developed vaccines. Government will ensure that the COVID-19 vaccines to be deployed in the country are effective and are safe.
And you hear that President Akufo-Addo now, Ghana is likely to receive the first batch of COVID-19 vaccines by the first quarter of 2021. That's according to the Director of Public Health at the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Franklin Isiedu-Bakwin. Now, speaking on News Deck show with Bernice Abubedu, he detailed the work of the committee set up by the President to facilitate the acquisition and deployment of the vaccine. I will bring that to you in our subsequent bulletins. Now, a number of fire outbreaks have been reported in markets and other public spaces across the country. Whilst the Ghana National Fire Service is yet to establish the causes of these infernos nationwide, it has become a source of worry for traders who are losing thousands of cedis in these fire outbreaks. There have been fire outbreaks in Kantamanto, Koforidua, and Odona. Last Saturday, a section of the Carnation Market was razed by fire, leaving 9 shops destroyed. My colleague Kweku Asante has a wrap of all these fire outbreaks.
On November 18, a dawn fire at the Odona market near the Kwame Nkrumah interchange destroyed goods worth thousands of cedis. The cause of the fire has not been disclosed yet. On Tuesday, 15th November, fire destroyed at least 3 shops in Koforidua, the eastern regional capital. The blaze was reportedly caused by an electrical fault on the main power supply pole and spread to nearby shops. It emerged from the incident that the only fire tender serving the regional capital, Koforidua, and its environs had been grounded for the past 2 years due to lack of funds to repair the vehicle. In another development the same day, a fire outbreak at the Kantamanto market in Accra destroyed shops and goods. The cause of the fire, which affected the second-hand good dealers in the market, has not been immediately established. Just this Friday also, a fire outbreak at a local market in the western region town of Asankregua razed down 4 stores. Residents had to battle the inferno before the arrival of the Menfi West Division of the Ghana National Fire Service. On Saturday evening, a section of the Kanishi Market complex went ablaze, destroying at least 9 shops. Even before the fire service establishes the cause of these fires, Accra Mayor Mohammed Ejei-Sowa has disclosed that procurement processes have been completed to undertake extensive rewiring of markets in Accra.
So one good thing also that we are also looking at, it's the rewiring of all the market. And under the Midday project, we worked with the market leadership for close to a year. Every market leadership in Accra is aware of this, and they are aware that the actual implementation of the work will commence in February. Engagement and procurement processes have been completed, and a full presentation had been done to all the market leadership in October.
And that's a report by my colleague Kweku Asante. We'll explore this story further in our subsequent bulletins. Let me take you now to Parliament. The Member of Parliament for Elembele, Emmanuel Ama-Kofi-Boa, is pushing for the EC boss, Jean Mensah, to be summoned to appear before the House to respond to questions on how the December 7 elections unfolded. According to the MP, the EC boss deceived Parliament. Here's why.
If it is now clear that the Electoral Commission on the 6th of December wrote a letter to the people of Guam, telling them that they could only vote in presidential election, and that because the outstanding issues of their district and who represent them has not been clear, they could not vote in parliamentary. I mean, I thought that was really an affront to our constitution.
Let's go on to the phone lines now. Parliamentary correspondent Joseph Opoku-Gato joins us. Joseph, with just 4 days for the House to rise, tell us what more has been happening on the floor.
They're actually going on the break tomorrow. Today they are dealing with the insurance bill and a number of loan agreements and road construction projects, including the Tamale to Waliwali Road, which they are looking to approve between today and tomorrow, as well as approve a new standing order in terms of how the business of the house will be managed going into the whole parliament. All that will be done between today and tomorrow before they take their break.
Joseph, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed on what has been happening on the floor of Parliament. Now, the year 2020 has brought on so many novelties with the emergence of COVID-19. We walk around with masks on, no longer clasp each other's hands or palms in greetings, but now use our elbows. So, what new way are you planning to celebrate this Christmas? Bearing in mind the presence of COVID-19, Hannah Odame visited the Sego family and has come through with this report.
Yeah, welcome to.
Thank you for welcoming Joy News into your home. Have you already done your decorations?
Yeah, we started. This whole tree was fixed by the children. And meet my lovely family.
Hey, hello. And what's your name? Coffee. What does Christmas mean to you?
We come together, we hear what the challenges have been throughout the year, and then also help each other. And we hope to keep it going forward.
Hope to keep it reminding yourself that this year is different. Is it still going to come on?
We still have it, but then it will be more of virtual family meeting.
So let's talk about that. Yeah. The novelty, virtual. You've never done that.
No.
So how is that going to be?
It's not going to be the same. I mean, the hugs, the handshakes, the eating together from probably one plate, it's not going to happen. Those who will have the bronya biscuit and the rest, definitely you show it to the camera and let us all see. Those who probably were fortunate to travel somewhere, show us, if it's a beach, show us the beach scenes. That's how it's going to be actually. Covered Christmas. Covered mask.
Covered mask.
Yeah.
Covered mask.
From your side?
Oh, well, let me say this Christmas is going to be all about family. Eating and drinking and dancing
and Hannah Odame filed that report. Now, between 7 and 9 p.m. tonight, at Superstation Joy 99.7 FM, we will be bringing you the 9 Lessons and Carols. The Joy 9 Lessons and Carols. Performing live will be Adakwe on the black and white keys, your favorite choir, the Harmonious Chorale, Kwampa, and the Multimedia Choir. Special guests include Kiddy, Kwame Eugene, as well as actor Prince David Osei. Programs manager for Joy FM, Adam Naite, tells you what more to expect.
Our objective is just to ignite the spirit of Christmas in our audiences across the globe, and it's going to be virtual. Our clients will be joining us as well via Zoom to read the lessons, and so it's an occasion to bring our audiences, our clients, the whole Joy community together to just ignite the spirit of Christmas. And we just hope that everybody has a joyous Christmas. You can catch us on Joy News, Joy Prime, Hits FM, and of course on Joy FM. We're also live on myjoyline.com and then also our social media handles at 997.
Of course, there's no Christmas without joy. Join us tonight at 7 p.m. on the Joy News channel and here on Joy 99.7 FM. That's it for the Midday News. Up next is Living Word with Dr. Mensa Otabil. This God, but one is up next. Stay tuned in.